Is it?
Ah! Yes, I did find it. Okay. Why is that such a pain in the ass to freaking find your stream key on Twitch? Seriously? To freaking God, it actually annoys me. Anyways, welcome to the Broken Chatbox. I was going to start with a bit, but that's my bit now.
That's the bit.
That's my bit. Me raging about how Twitch has one of the worst UIs I've ever seen on a streaming service in existence. It's worse than Facebook's, and that is awful. So, yeah, that's a thing. Oh my God, I didn't want to tab back into the game either. Oh my God, I'm screwing everything up. This is why it's called the Broken Chatbox.
Because everything's broken.
Everything's broken. Yeah, and my scene's not switching. Okay.
Oh my God. The birds start again.
We're also like over an hour late. Anyways, we're playing Fortnite in the background because we're going to be chatting about stuff, and I don't really know what we're going to chat about because these aren't scripted, obviously. So that's a thing. But I'm killing a tree. What are you guys doing? Have you guys been doing anything interesting? Because you probably should introduce.
I'm looting a truck right now.
Okay.
Looting a truck.
So you should probably introduce yourselves. I'm obviously Michael. I own the channel and shits, so it's obvious who I am. But we also have
Spark.
Yes, Spark. Are you not Spark plugins anymore? Are you just Spark? Is that a Spark plugins not a thing anymore? I'm gonna assume no. And then we have Evan the Tank.
Evan the Tank, the tanky Evan.
He's existed before. I don't know
What's
what
happening
I'm
to
supposed
the
to be doing.
sky?
What do you mean happening to the sky?
Wait,
It's causing my game to lag.
Well, then turn your settings down.
it looks very pretty.
No.
That's what cancer cells look like when they invade the sky.
You should turn your settings down to not epic.
That's why we need to stop global warming so the ozone doesn't burn up and the sky doesn't get cancer.
On a quick side note, the theory of Fortnite is supposed to be on Venus.
But Venus is a gas planet.
I know.
There's nothing on Venus.
That's what the rumors are supposed to be. Somewhere that's technically on Venus.
I'll have a bunch of ammo. So, Evan, you've been playing a bunch of Fortnite, so we may as well start talking about Fortnite, because you don't play the Battle Royale mode very often, but you play
I do
PvE
play
mode.
Battle Royale, just not a lot.
Okay. I don't really like the Battle Royale mode, to be honest. Oh my God, a weapon! I need that! But, like, bullets. I don't know. I'm really interested in the PvE mode. It's just too expensive for me at the moment.
So yeah, the PvE is amazing. Yeah, you forgot that you can build. Is that what it is?
I haven't played this for like a year, so yeah, I'm relearning everything.
So let's go ahead and follow that one nub that's right there in front of us. By the name of Spark. Anyway, continuing. Yeah, the PvE is just simply amazing. It's a zombie defense game with like heroes.
Yeah, which is the real Fortnite. Even though everyone thinks that the Battle Royale is the real Fortnite, you know, the Battle Royale mode was actually just made because they're like, we could make this into a Battle Royale.
Nah, Battle Royale
make money.
Is just the money grabber for the actual game. It's the Battle Royale mode's to fund Save the World.
Essentially, although it might take over the game eventually. I don't know. It seems scary to me.
It is extremely plausible.
I think they can survive next to each other, like just, you know, 1-to-1, and both be just as relevant. There is building stuff over there. Was that from you guys, or is that other people?
Well, it is. We are playing 50 versus 50, so it could be allies.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what it means, 50 versus 50. Okay, I don't know why, but I didn't actually put that together before we started.
So the objective in this one is literally we have a team of 50 people, and the enemy team has a group of 50 people.
I like that idea.
And there is a central part, and it takes 7 minutes for the whole storm to close. And everybody wants to get to the fucking center because the center has, or where the circle is, there's like 12 supply drops that drop. And if you go up here, I'll actually place down a fucking jump pad, which we will jump over Spark with. Oh no, someone already put one up here.
That's why it was built. I do kind of wish we could see other players on the map, though. Like I ran into a tree. My other teammates on there.
You can.
Wait, we can?
Yeah, they're the very light tinted blue. If you hold the map, you can do the map option, or you look on your mini-map.
Well, I can see the icons above their head now when I see them.
No, look at your mini-map. You see the little blue arrows.
Oh, yeah,
on the
now I
minimap?
see him. Okay, I just wasn't close enough to anybody to actually see him.
Okay, so we are in the circle. Just a heads up. So there are going to be people trying to kill us.
Cool. Let's kill them first.
Like, oh, look, that guy's riding a rocket right now.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go up and
Okay.
actually get.
So Battle Royale, everyone's seen the Battle Royale mode, but I'm kind of glad that the Battle Royale mode exists because Paragon died. And
Yeah.
oh, I fell out of a tree. Paragon died because they weren't able to fund it, and I'm actually really excited for the PvE mode because for people who haven't played it, like you said, it's a tower defense game, but it's actually got a lot of like RPG and like co-op elements to it. And so it kind of reminds me of stuff like Dungeon Defenders and such, except
Oh yeah,
with a lot of different stuff.
Dungeon Defenders with Minecraft elements, because
Yeah.
you just have to you have to mine all your materials before you like do anything.
And I think that's a really interesting idea, and I don't know if it'll catch on or not. It's supposed to go free to play later this year. And so,
It's actually shortly, to be super honest.
yeah, well, they said it was
I
going to
think it's
be
in the
like
next
mid
couple of months.
2018. We don't know how true that is, but
But yeah, it's rumored to be in the next couple of months.
so yeah, I'm excited for that. And the Battle Royale mode kind of makes it so that it'll be funded definitely because the Battle Royale has exploded. However, I don't know how long the Battle Royale will actually exist. I don't know if Battle Royale is going to stay, as in like not necessarily this game. I think this game will have it fine, but I'm talking more about in general. Also, there's only 5 enemies left, and I haven't seen any of them yet.
Yeah, the enemy team has just been destroying, or our allies have just been destroying them.
That
I
guy's
think
got a
they're all on-
bush.
Yeah, right. He's
Hey
running
guys, I
around.
got a minigun.
Nice.
Oh yeah, miniguns are amazing.
But yeah, you've been playing the PvE mode like nonstop, and so you have
Oh,
like,
yeah,
a group
I
that you've been playing with. and-
Absolutely love the PvE mode. It is simply amazing because there's just so much to do in that mode.
Well,
It's
what do
just,
you
like,
what do you do specifically? Like you've talked to me endlessly, but like for our viewers and stuff, like what is the actual like setup? Like what are the RPG elements into it and stuff?
So the RPG elements, like there's this giant ass skill tree that you unlock after leveling up a bunch, and like you get the unlock a bunch of certain options in the trees and everything. But there's also all these different kind of heroes you can choose from, and that's one of the cool things is because every hero's got a different kind of play style. So the coolest part about it is you can literally play the PvE mode any way you want, as long as and you just got to find the hero you want to play it with, and it matches your play style because, it's just simply amazing. Like, oh god, you just placed a fucking wall.
I didn't
Or-
mean to. I placed the wrong one.
Falling.
This is incredible,
there's
by
one
the
here.
way.
Yeah, are you talking about the mass building that's going
They
on?
just built this entire fort, and I'm like, this is actually
Yeah,
kind of cool.
Yeah, this is 50 for you. There is just non-stop building. And
My
it's
game
just
is
all
lagging
over
like
the
all
place
living
with
hell
it.
for it too.
Only one guy left.
Yeah, like
Where is
nobody
he?
knows where. So the thing is normally people hide in this mode when they're like the last person left. Because of all of this building going on, it's easy for him to do that.
I just want him to shoot at me so I can shoot back at him. Oh yeah, you were talking about bears. One character has bears.
Oh, so yeah, like one of the characters I do like to play as in the PvE mode is called an Outlander. Now, he is a mining character. He likes to mine really quickly, and he also gets like a lot of resources and stuff like quickly as his bonuses. He also's got an ability where he summons down this giant robotic bear that has like miniguns on his hands, and it just simply wrecks everything it sees in sight.
And he says he's a bear.
Yeah, and he goes, "I am a bear. You are not a bear. I was a bear." Kind of thing.
It's quite interesting. This game has a ton of personality.
Everybody
The-
is being such jerks to each other. Everyone's destroying each other's forts.
Well,
Because we're
the
just
reason,
so bored.
honestly, the reason everyone's destroying forts is because that dude that's left could be hiding in them. Easy. So
We're literally
the
just
best
looking
thing,
for one guy.
yeah, we're looking just for one guy, and the circle will continuously get smaller. Everyone's just simply destroying everything. So the other heroes that they have in the PvE mode is like see they've got the like DPS classes, resourcing classes, and um uh, building classes or building heroes. They're not prioritized to do those roles specifically, but those are the
Guys, we won!
those
we won
are
my
the
very first battle royale.
yeah, right. Those are the general hero types. So you got the Outlander, which is the resourcing kind of class. You got the Soldier, which is mainly gun damage DPS. So you just use only guns with him. And then after that, you've got the Ninja class, which is normally a melee type of
Hit return to
hero.
lobby at the bottom right, Spark.
Huh?
At the bottom right it says return to lobby. I think you gotta click that.
I've already done that.
Oh, okay. It doesn't say you're in here.
He's not in here. Damn it! Again, problems
Pick
with
me.
Spark. Well, you're
No,
not.
you're
even
not
in
actually
here
in
to
here.
begin
Oh my god.
Go to hit escape and leave party. I don't
We
know.
have
if
been
you're in
having
a party.
problems with Spark getting into this party the entire time we've been on here.
There we go. There he is. All right. Do we still want to do 50 versus 50?
I'm fine. I don't really care.
Spark.
50 versus 50.
Okay. Everybody ready up then.
Right.
As I was saying,
Got
we
ninja
have
class.
there's the ninja class, which has all these cool ass little abilities as well, but they're mainly focused on doing melee damage. Like there's a bunch of melee weapons you can craft in PvE, and you can do crafting of ranged weapons as well.
And to clarify, the PvE is all basically going against these zombie-like things. And there's a bunch of different zombie types that run up to you. Some of them spit at you. Some of them are chargers. Some of them explode, I believe.
Yes, there's loads of types of husks to obstruct of what you're trying to do. Their sole thing is to destroy the defense that you're trying to defend. Then there's atlases. There's little satellites you got to defend. There's a bunch of random kind of defenses you got to do. Now, they in the very last class I forgot to mention is called a constructor, and they're the building type hero. So like they get a lot of benefits for building certain or like doing building defenses and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Like everyone's got their own unique abilities, and one of the cool things about it as well is every hero has a different type of subclass. Like there's not one hero and you only play that one hero. Nah, that doesn't work like that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones with like different skills and things along those lines, right?
Like for example, I have a hero. It's Rabbit Raider Jonesy. He is a shotgun specialist. He does so much damage with shotguns. There is another soldier hero that does lots of damage with LMGs. Then you turn around. Then there's a ninja that does amazing damage with crit or with a scythe crit. And then it goes on so forth and so on with that. Constructors, there's constructors that have base like this ability called base, which it increases the defense of all your player made walls.
Nice, I got a
And,
med kit.
Ooh, a med kit, super nice. So I'm gonna steal all that shit from you.
Ah, it's mine.
There's also there's just like another example, Outlander. There's like I have a friend that plays an Outlander who is it's a sniper based Outlander. It still has like some of the abilities that everybody else has and everything, but like it's mainly focused on snipers, doing more damage with that and everything. There's another Outlander. There's one Outlander that I play, and it's mainly focused on its abilities. So like, it doesn't really matter what weapon I use with it, but it does matter if I use my abilities a lot or whatever. See if I can get up this thing real quick. But that's the general base of it. Everything's got like a different style and everything, and it's really interesting.
Yeah, and you were saying you like the variety that it has into it, and I think it sounds interesting. My problem with it though is the fact that one, it's an early access, and it's $40 by base for early access, which is that's way too steep for me, especially right now. It was $20 a while back, so I was gonna pick it up, and then by the time I had money for it, it wasn't $20 anymore. I don't remember the emote button. What is the emote button? Oh my god.
B.
That's an alert. That's, you need a you need a med kit, man? I got you.
I got one.
Well, you just said you needed a med.
No, I got one. I'm fine. I don't know the emote button.
I also got a bolt action sniper
found
rifle.
it. Yes.
There you go.
We're good.
Isn't that like a one-hit kill? A bolt action sniper rifle?
If you hit him in the head, yes. You have to be really good at it.
You want to see a trick?
Oh shoot! I only got one bullet for it.
Ouch! There's falling damage.
Did you want that med kit now?
No, I've got a med kit.
Okay.
I lost 15.
I wouldn't waste it off that little health though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for when the free mode or whatever PvE goes free, because then I will definitely be playing it. I think $40 is too steep for it, for me personally.
Yes, it actually I think so as well. When I actually picked up the game, I picked it up when it was on sale, and it was on sale for like $25. So luckily, that's just my awesome experience.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for sales and stuff like that, but it will be free to play in a few months. So yeah, sorry we couldn't get footage of it in the background. We don't all have it. I think Evan's the only one that has it.
I own it. Look, watch this. I'm gonna be a jerk to this.
But you do stream it, and so they can check you out on Twitch if they're ever.
I stream it all the time.
You're such a dick. if you ever want to see footage of it, you can go check out his Twitch stuff. He ends up streaming it quite a bit.
Evan the Tank.
Sorry
Twitch,
to shill it. Yeah.
Plug.
Spark, have you been playing anything interesting lately? Because, I mean, if you don't want to talk about anything, I can talk about Black Desert for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say that I've been playing anything interesting. All I've been playing really is Black Ops 3, so I don't, there's nothing really interesting.
Well, then how do you like Black Ops 3?
Is that still going? Does that, still have a community? Are you on PC?
Oh, yeah. Because it's, the best zombies game.
Oh, okay, so you're playing zombies. Man, we're talking about a lot of zombie games today.
I don't play it for the multiplayer. The multiplayer is dead.
On a side note, you should probably check out me streaming Fortnite when I play the PvE mode, because if you like the zombie slaying game, you'll definitely like the Fortnite version of it.
If you like the building mode stuff.
Yeah. I've been playing it a lot with my cousin. We play split screen.
It's more interactive, in my opinion.
Yeah, those games are great for split screen. For the old Call of Duties and stuff like that, and especially the zombie type modes. I wish there was more games that had split screen, because
especially for PC.
Yeah, online modes always end up dying on PC for games like that, because let's be honest, nobody on PC plays Call of Duty, nobody. When it goes into it, they want to play something like the zombies mode, because that's something that's actually unique about that franchise. Well, for the most part, and so that's actually semi-interesting. What are you shooting at? I'm confused.
Platforms.
Are you making it difficult for me to be a jerk? Because that is something you would do. But yeah, I never hear about Call of Duty anymore, and I used to hear about it all the time. But it seems like everyone that I know of, at least, has just stopped talking about it and stopped playing it. So I'm actually curious, how are you enjoying that game?
I'd say that I'm enjoying it very well. The workshop maps, there's plenty of it. I wouldn't say the quality is up there with World at War. Per se.
Oh, yeah. I remember people talking nonstop about that one.
Signature one that everybody loves, and I think it's ridiculous.
I wonder if that one still has a community, because I heard there was some really cool maps.
Ooh,
oh my god! Wait, Michael, go to him.
But don't we have to find enemies and make them dance?
I mean, at this point,
we have to pull a Sona ult.
Yeah, do a Sona ult. Wait, Michael, come down here.
I'm working on it. My face loud.
All right, throw it right at your feet. Oh yeah. Clap.
Well, that was a waste. All right, anyways.
A waste?
So I didn't remember that Black Ops actually had the user created stuff. I completely forgot about that. Do they actually have a map editor yet?
Oh yeah, no, there's a one that I don't remember its name, but there is one that is by Treyarch, and it's the one that they use to make the maps.
Nice. So it's kind of like modding Unreal games, basically. It's like you're like working with their engine tools. I love it when they do modding stuff like that. So that's interesting. I'll never buy it because Activision refuses to drop the price, and there's no way in hell I'm paying $60 for a game like that. But like,
it's a little steep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could always catch it on sale for like $15.
Really? It's gone that cheap before?
Oh
I've never seen it. I don't know. I don't like the other modes in any of the Call of Duty. So, like, I don't care for the single player.
I only invested in Black Ops 3 because I know my cousin really likes the zombies, and I like zombies too.
Oh my god, this is a long bridge. Such a dick.
No.
Oh, he
watch that.
Wow. That guy's legit. Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like way less of a
the new Call of Duty is coming out soon, I believe, because they do it every year. And so I'm curious if that Zombies is going to be as good. But I did hear some questionable info on that one, to where they might be removing the single player, which is like why some people end up buying those games to begin with. And they're going to probably do microtransactions out the wazoo. So I don't know if they're going to keep player created stuff or not. Well, they already have loot boxes confirmed, so enjoy that in your competitive multiplayer game. I'm not a fan. So it's hard for me to get into those games, but I always hear good stuff about the zombies mode. Like, it's the only thing that they actually have still going for it. But I don't really know. So you only play the zombies though, right? That's it?
Yeah, I only play the zombies on it. I would say that people haven't been using workshop maps to their full potential, because you can script your own perk machines and all that, and you can do all sorts of scripted events. There was only one map I've seen with an actual cutscene in it.
Oh, you can make cutscenes in it?
You can make cutscenes in that? That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But
I've never actually explored with it. And I'm totally the type of person that mods shit, so if I would have ever ended up getting into it, I definitely would have had maps. I used to make maps in Halo 3 and ODST all the time. Or not ODST, but Reach. Yeah. I remember one. This was an interesting story. There was one map I made. It was a small little arena made for shotguns and swords.
What the hell? Why did it swap? Okay, as you were saying.
Yeah, so in Halo 3 there was a map I made for it was a small little arena made for swords and shotguns, and so it was just really, really tiny. It was just a box, but it had multiple layers, and it was actually really, really fun. I would love to remake it or something like that whenever Halo 6 comes out, which is confirmed for PC, by the way. We could talk about it later.
Love it.
Nice.
But yeah, so it was a small little map, and I remember having this really weird, great, but also terrible feeling, to where I found some other kids that were playing my map and sharing it around. This kid's like, "It's my map," and I'm like, "Freaking what?"
I've actually had that happen to a few of my maps as well. There was a few of maps I had made in the other Halo that actually were tournament ready, and I think someone actually submitted one of my maps.
Yeah, I had stuff like that happening too, to where there was a few of my maps I saw.
I didn't have the information saved, so I couldn't, do anything about it.
But none of mine were tournament stuff. They were all for fun maps. I had zombie maps. I had one that was a sunken hotel map. I had a bunch of arena maps. I had platformer maps and stuff. I spent way too much time making maps in that game. So I ended up seeing a few of them every once in a while. But that was the most annoying thing. So I hope in Halo 6, whenever that comes out, they keep the Forge going. And I hope that when they actually implement it, they have some sort of, thing to make it so that people don't steal your maps. Because that's a little bit annoying, to be honest. I think in Reach, they actually added in a feature to where you could see everyone who had edited the map in the past. And so you were still able to track back who made the original map, which was nice.
Troll the troll, bitch. What's up?
So I guess I can talk about Black Desert. Because that's a game I've been playing, so we'll go ahead and close up the podcast with that, I guess.
Hold up, I have some more news about Halo.
Oh, really? Okay, let's start talking about Halo.
I have to pull up the article, but have you guys ever seen the mod by the team El Dorito? It's supposed to be for the Russian game of Halo Online, and since the servers are now dead, they pretty much put up their own version. But pretty much what happened was that Microsoft put a cease and desist only temporarily, but it was due to like I think it was the El Dorado EXE or El Dorado EXE.
I see
that
an
was
enemy.
part of Halo Online. They had to remove that, and you have to find that now to play it. But there were some vague messages about them possibly porting old games to PC.
Yeah, so the entire story is essentially there was these guys that were working on an open source version of Halo, and the reason Microsoft sent them a cease and desist was because some of the original assets were being used, and you, like, by law, you have to defend it, because if you don't defend it, then other people can just start using your assets, and you can't defend it in court. So Microsoft was kind of forced into a decision to where they had to actually attack it. Whether they wanted to or not, I can't say. I'm sure they probably did, but they actually, in a statement, they're like, yeah, we can actually, like, you know, maybe we'll look into the future and bring this out, essentially, through multiple kind of PR sort of speak, sort of say.
Yeah.
And so it's an interesting idea, because we didn't get the collection or whatever, the Halo collection game that came out. Master Chief Collection, there we go. And so that was really disappointing, because everyone was like, that's their chance to like bring it to PC. But I'm thinking, now that they ended up skipping Halo 5, they might actually just release Halo 6, like, and then have a Master Chief Collection sort of going on with the like all the rest of the games. Like, so it'll be like Halo 5 and et cetera,
So I just danced on a teammate and watched him die. Does that make me an asshole?
No, you're an asshole before that.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Oh,
this
thank
guy is
goodness.
kicking everyone's buttocks.
What?
Got him!
Go-
We got him!
Oh, you
We
got-
win! What was my dance button? Yeah, dance moves. So that'll be really interesting, and I hope that they
Revive
kind of
me.
do that. Because I would love to play through all the Halos again, because Halo 3, I was just thinking about this the other day. Me and Evan were actually talking about it. Wow, for some reason the game got really loud. But, like, I miss Halo 3's custom games, and so I really hope that Halo 6 can actually introduce that feeling back to where we're, like, you know, going back to custom games and inviting friends and being able to play all these interesting modes.
That was one of my favorite things, was the custom games, the just set up.
Stuff like
But one of
interesting
the
zombies and free-for-all modes.
Yeah, that was so fun. But like one of the things I did like that Halo did is they actually listened to their community about it and just added those into a playlist.
Yeah, they had a bunch of like community-made stuff.
They had made them into official games and then just put them into a playlist and just said, "Hey, we know you're playing these anyway, so we're just making them so they're easier."
Yeah, did they start that with Halo
I'm
3?
gonna be right
I guess
back.
they
I
did.
need to use the restroom.
That's fine.
That's unfortunate.
But yeah, so they ended up doing that with Halo Reach really, really well. Like, they had an entire dedicated playlist to it and everything, and they implemented some of them into the official rotations, and ones that were like tournament ready or whatever the hell you want to call it were actually introduced into like main queues and stuff. So they actually did a really good job. I haven't heard about how they did that with Halo 5 though, so I don't know if they actually kept up with that or not.
I played Halo 5 only for like a little bit, and then I moved off of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard a lot of people weren't happy with Halo 5. What did you think of it?
It was so long ago. I don't even remember.
You don't even remember? I mean,
superly
I don't
honest,
play
like,
them because they're console exclusives. So I don't.
Well, that's why I don't really remember it, because I think once it came out, I played it for like a little bit, and then I swapped over to the PC.
Yeah, well, you were playing on
think that
PC
was-
before then too.
Yeah, I was playing on PC before then, but like, I was in the process of migrating over to PC, and then I kind of just dropped it. I just dropped playing everything on console and just mainly played on PC.
I do remember though, they had the Forge for Halo 5 release on PC, and the field of view made me sick within 3 seconds. So if they don't have field of view options, I won't be able to play it, which will be unfortunate. But I'm looking forward
PC
to it.
Master Race.
PC Master Race. I mean, just be a decent developer and make your game have a field of view slider, because it's not freaking hard. But yeah, I'm actually excited for Halo 6 if it comes to PC. I mean, they could just be talking out their buttocks and then not release it like they did with Halo 5, which would be unfortunate. But I think it would be a really good thing for Microsoft to actually move all their stuff over, because that's what they've been doing with everything else. And so it just makes sense, especially since the console market isn't doing particularly great right now. So it'd be intelligent for them.
Yes, I would agree with that.
One thing that is releasing on console, though, pretty soon, or soon-ish, they've been saying it's soon for like over a year now, but Black Desert's actually coming to console eventually.
Oh yes, I did remember that
So
as well.
they released some new information, and they're doing some current balance changes on the NA. So I have a ton to talk about for Black Desert, so we can go over for the last like 30 minutes over that.
Let's talk about that for a second.
So Black Desert, it's a game that has been out for like 2.5 years now, I think. Or Korea, it's been like 3 years or something. I don't know. They're getting close to their 3rd year anniversary. And it's a really good game, but it's one of those games to where it doesn't overhaul the entire game normally, but they do major changes. So for example, at the beginning when the game first launched, CC and stuff like that wasn't really prevalent, and it kind of was just like a hack and slash game that they put into it. And there was a lot of inconveniences that they had into the game. Over time, they ended up fixing all this stuff. And so the game is vastly improved and vastly changed, especially the market that the game actually has now. And so it's really interesting to see all those changes. However, every time they do those changes, people freak the frick out. And so right now, Black Desert is in this state.
The crowd control changes definitely switched up the game a lot.
Yeah, so
there were a lot of different classes that were solely based on crowd control, and honestly, like it made or break some of the classes.
Yeah, so basically what happened was if you didn't play a class that had what was called super armor, invincibility frames, or heavy CC, or both of them combined, you were screwed. And what ended up happening after a long period of time, because after a year, they did a gameplay revamp to where they introduced all these different SA and I frames, which is basically, super armor, which makes it so you can't be CC'd and you have heavy defense, and then invincibility frames where you're literally invincible. And they added that with the Awakening update, which added a new weapon style to every single character and made all these different powerful abilities. And it was a good gameplay idea to start off and give you all these really powerful ideas for like different concepts and stuff like that with all these different weapons. However, the problem is it completely broke the balance of the game, and what ended up happening is every single class, except for like 4, had a single combo that literally everyone would spam nonstop, and you could have invincibility for over 20 seconds on certain classes, which is freaking ridiculous. Warrior, for example, would have super armor and invincibility for a total of 14 seconds, which means he could jump into a crowd of 10 people, fight a bunch of things, and then walk out without losing a single hit point. Which was a problem. And it was also a problem because the variety...
It was pretty nice.
Yeah, you played a warrior.
I played as a warrior and as a Maywa on that game.
Yeah, so the problem was, though...
I know the feels.
From the gameplay standpoint, it got boring because there was one optimal combo. So what they're doing now is they're removing a lot of the CC, they're removing super armor for the most part, and so now every single class is only going to have 4 abilities that have either heavy CC or super armor or invincibility frames. So you actually have to time it now. They're in the middle of the changes, and so a lot of people are freaking out because they haven't adjusted mobs yet, so getting CC'd by mobs sucks at the moment. But they also added a cooldown to CC, and so when you get CC'd, you have a few seconds after that CC goes up, and people can't stack CC anymore. I think Spark crashed.
Yep, he crashed.
So what happens is that if you get CC'd, a few seconds later, you'll be able to get back up and be perfectly fine and be able to dodge and get out of the way and use your invincibility frames, which is actually incredibly fun. And this is on top of a lot of other changes they've been doing. Now, the last time I played Black Desert was back when Striker released, which was like 6 months ago or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while. And they've done a ton of changes to the game as well. So not only that type of stuff that has actually made the gameplay a lot more interesting, it's made it more challenging if you don't know the combos. But when it actually comes down to, like, I was fighting bosses and stuff like that last night, and I was like, this is actually really fun because you actually have to pay attention to when they're doing things instead of just following a guide that you found online. And I already played like 2 of the 4 classes. Like the 2 classes that I main is the Ranger and the Valkyrie, which are kind of the 2 classes that didn't already have infinite kind of invincibility frames or anything along those lines. And so I was already kind of used to it. But it made it so much better, especially the fact that you can't get CC'd infinitely. Another problem that the game had was that in PvP, if you got stunned, you were dead. Now, if you get stunned, you actually have a second. If you know your combos, you have a second. You can apply that one ability that has super armor. You can apply that invincibility frame, get the heck out, and then actually counter things, which is something that you couldn't do before. So it's actually improved the game a lot. Now, there's a bunch of people that are like really like toxic about it because it is a game that can get competitive sometimes. It's a sandbox MMO, but there is this sort of elitist PvP community within the game, like there is for most online games, unfortunately. And so that community is freaking out about it because they're like, I can't spam one combo and go into 20 people and live anymore, which You shouldn't
So
be able to.
unfortunate.
But a lot of people have been starting to adapt, and there's a lot of really like the good top players and a lot of the top streamers from Korea, especially because Korea already got these changes months ago. So we know how it turns out, and it turns out perfectly fine because it's been live in Korea for 2 months now. And so the Korean streamers are like, yeah, these are your new combos, these are what you do, and they actually have a huge amount of variety now. And so it's made it so much better. And on top of stuff like that, they've also improved a bunch of the life skills. They've made it easier to find weapons, so you no longer have to like scavenge for weapons. Like you don't have to buy things on the marketplace, so you can actually get a more general progression. The new player experience has been vastly improved, and so if you start a new character, you get a free pet within a few days. You end up getting equipment a lot better. Like I said, you can end up finding equipment. So like if you're a level 5 or whatever and you're just killing mobs, you will find a better weapon than what you have. And they made it so you can find enhanced weapons. And so it feels a little bit more like a theme park MMO in that sense now, to where there is a sort of direction in the progress that you get, which has vastly improved the new player experience. They added a bunch of new tutorials, they added a bunch of quests, they fixed the translation, and one of my favorite things that they've done is they've optimized the game better. So they've actually added in a bunch of performance options that allow you to actually turn things on, hide things, add new options, etc., and they've improved the general performance and loading of characters, which is
On that same
awesome.
note, the game is just simply beautiful.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous game. Unfortunately, it still has pop-in, which is annoying. How do I drop weapons?
You pull up your inventory and drop them.
Oh my god, that's so
Are you
complicated.
using controller or keyboard?
No, I'm using keyboard.
Okay, so I drop.
And
Fail
so
to join party, you're already in this party. Rip.
yeah, we're still in a game. We'll invite you when we're done. And I'm talking about
Alright.
Black Desert, by the way. I noticed you disappeared for a while. But another thing that they ended up changing, one of the things that I really, really like is that, one, they've had those optimization changes, which make the game look gorgeous because I'm able to actually run it at a solid 60 now outside of like really, really heavy combat. That game will bring your system down to its knees no matter what system you have, but you can make it look absolutely gorgeous. So basically I turned off anti-aliasing and then just boosted up the resolution. Now it looks gorgeous. But they also ended up making some quality of life improvements that have just made the game feel much simpler, and they changed the servers. So it actually runs on decent servers now. One of the reasons why I stopped playing for a while was the fact that when they launched on Steam, because this is the last time that I played it, it actually had a lot of lagging issues during the busy hours because there was just so many people playing. It kind of didn't know how to handle it. It was like, there's too many people here. We don't actually have the transfer rates to actually deal with this. And so you would get a bunch of lag. And in a game, because this isn't tab
Just
target.
above you, and there was a launch pad in there.
Oh, was there?
On that same note, one of the changes that was just, it was hugely new player friendly. You have to go all the way back. But that back corner is a launch pad, and up at the very top, you have to build a staircase up to it. Right there above you.
Oh, okay.
One of the other things I really enjoyed that they add was the PvP changes. That was honestly, in the beginning, it was a very big problem because a lot of high level players will just turn around and murder people that weren't even close to the gear score that they should be at. And one of the ways they fixed it, and which was super nice, was they added the new Olivia servers where it
Olivia
gives
servers?
like double.
Those aren't new,
Olivia's.
actually. Those have been in for a long time.
Okay.
Oh, this fucker.
Look at him. He at him. But
I didn't have any materials, so I'm like, crap.
Grab that jump pad that's on the first floor to your right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You just walk above it. Walk over it.
No, I thought it went into my inventory. That's why I was going to check the chest first. I'm an idiot. Also,
it takes the place of your trap, so you can use it when you're building.
Got it. Anyways.
So, and how you use it is you build and then you tap whatever the alternate button to use your trap. So, and one of the things that they added to the Olvia servers was there is no PvP in the Olvia servers.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes, there is no PvP. It's in the Olvia servers. It's purely for newbies or returning players just trying to farm and level up.
Or trying to figure the game back out, which was me. You actually
figured the game back
still
out.
don't get the experience boost after level 56, though. So if you're above 56...
So you don't get the... Okay, I wasn't sure.
No, if you're level 56 or higher, you do not get a bonus experience. Right now, they have an event going on because they're doing those changes I was talking about. They gave everyone a value pack and XP boost. So now everywhere, no matter where you're at, will have those boosts going on. But
Right
normally
there,
you do not get
left,
that boost.
Heading left, right there. There you go. See him? On the hill?
Yeah, I have a shotgun.
Oh, what? And you have a guy behind you?
Yep, I'm
him.
moving so that I can not die. But I have a shotgun, so I have to get close to him.
So, and another thing they did is they did increase the karma drop the karma that
they increased the
lose from that.
PvP karma drop. So in the game, it is a sandbox MMO and it's open
Build
PvP. So I don't have
walls.
enough materials. I have like 6 wood.
Oh, well, I mean, like any material.
What? I'm so bad at this game. Oh, I have enough that I can build something.
Well, it doesn't matter now. He's headed to you.
Good. I have a shotgun.
Look, he's coming. He's coming for you. Look at that. Ooh, he's about to get you. Oof.
He is gonna get me, and I'm terrible at this game.
He's gonna get you. Yeah. Oh. What's he gonna do? He's got the high ground.
He does have the high ground, but I have a shotgun. Damn it. I'm so bad at this game. Fucking Shadow Walker.
we on a miniature side note, we have the option to wait for the rest of this mission to go out, and we'll earn more XP the longer
I
it goes.
returned to the lobby already.
That's okay. Or we could just return to the lobby.
But yeah, so it's open PvP, but when you kill somebody, you lose karma. Or more specifically, if somebody doesn't flag up to actually be competitive or whatever, then like if you just kill innocent players, you lose karma. And basically if you go negative karma, you lose more experience based on the amount of karma that you've lost. And if you go negative karma, then all of a sudden when you go into towns, anybody can attack you anywhere and guards will start attacking you and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a karma system that's like, you know, kind of like
made it
Renegade
so
or
you earn
whatever.
less XP from monsters when you have less karma.
Yeah, which is interesting. So it makes it...
And in order for you to boost your karma back up, you have to kill a bunch of monsters in the area.
And it makes it so that, because one of the problems that the game had, and this goes back into the PvP sort of stuff, to where people would just randomly jump on you and stun you, and then you were dead, and there was nothing you could do about it. A lot of people would just do that to troll people, or to take over spots. And so it made it a little bit more cooperative in certain senses, to where you have the trade-off of, you know, you can still be competitive, you can still kill people, but there's not really a benefit to doing so as much. And they've actually improved a lot of the farming spots as well. They've introduced a lot of experience boosts to a lot of different areas. They've added AP scaling to a lot of different areas as well. And with these new combat changes, it's going to make it so that farming certain areas is going to be more beneficial based on your level. And they also added in a renown system, which basically this renown system takes your gear score, which is basically the stats on your gear, and adds an additional bonus to that based on tiers, which makes it so that, you know, when you're at a higher level, it actually makes it so you can fight higher level enemies more easily when you're properly geared for it, which is nice. The negative to that is it affects PvP, which means the gear gap is higher than it's ever been before, which is a little bit upsetting.
Yes.
And so some people are complaining that if they're a renown level higher than you, then they'll kill you or whatever, which is, you know, a little unfortunate, because basically if they have too high of a stat, you just ain't going to do any damage. But that was already a problem to begin with, so I don't necessarily think that's a valid complaint, because that's just a problem with the game in general. My problem still is with the game that it doesn't have any sort of scaled PvP or like limited PvP. As in, it doesn't have a PvP mode to where you go in and you're all equally geared or anything like that.
A PvP instance, like an
capture
instance
the
base kind of thing.
So they have an instance. It's called the Red Battlefield, and they have gear levels for that. But nobody plays on any of the lower gear levels besides the one that's just free, because they ended up messing up the gear system so that it doesn't account for your awakening weapon, which means that basically you can have an extra additional gear. And so people would, like, that were super geared would go on there with their awakening weapon that was super, super powerful, that brought them way above the gear score, and then just kind of made it not fun. So nobody plays it. But I would really love a well-balanced mode, because the PvP in that game is actually pretty fun after the CC changes, at least. Because I have played a little bit of PvP. I'm only level 56 or 57 if I'm on my Ranger, and so I'm not really like up there or whatever, but I have decent gear. And so I was able to actually go into PvP and survive for a little bit, and if I was actually careful, I could kill somebody that was a level 60. It took a while, but I could.
Well, that's always good.
I'm excited for that. Another exciting thing though, this is just out of nowhere, and I was like playing the game, and I'm like, I got to the storage keeper in Heidel, and I'm like, you can use your host for storage, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like he's gonna say that, right? He didn't say that. They redid the entire voice acting for the game. Every single character has been redone. It's incredible.
Oh, in the game?
Yeah, in Black Desert.
I did not know that.
So
actually.
every character has been revoiced, and it is awesome. So the game before had your typical Korean MMO voice acting. It was awful. My favorite was
terrible.
I'm me. Orc Hunter Buddy, or hi, it's me, Orc Hunter Buddy, or whatever.
I remember.
They
exactly
redid him. He's a badass now. He's like, I'm Orc Hunter. It's like, yes.
Aww, I'm actually sad because I liked the one before.
It sounds so much better though. It's still comical as hell. That game is self-aware. There is storage keepers that like talk trash about each other. There's a blacksmith who's like, I'm the best blacksmith, by the way. Don't talk to the one over in Altanova. He's a jerk. And then you go back to the other one. I'm the best blacksmith in all of the land. Don't go and talk to the one in Heidel. He's a jerk. It's just great. It wasn't Heidel. I think it's Velia. I think it's Velia, the one that they have the beef in. It's been a while. But yeah, they redid all the voice acting, and they fixed a lot of the translation errors. And so it's a nice level of polish. Like, you know, that's one of the things they've been changing over the last year, is just the level of polish in that game has been drastically improved with all the performance options going in, with all the additional content they've gone in. The Camusville Part 1 and 2 is out, by the way, now, which is the entire bottom part of the map. And so there's this huge section down there now that I can't even explore yet because I ain't there damage-wise yet. And
I can understand that.
It's gorgeous, though. It is a giant foresty jungle of awesomeness.
Have you like seen what it looks like yet?
I have gone into part of it and died. So
Oh.
I was on my Valkyrie though, because I was getting materials, and so I had her traveling over there to grab a bunch of materials, and she wasn't geared. I could probably go over there on my Ranger, who has all my gear at the moment. I'm almost on my full tri set, by the way, which is super nice. Nobody who doesn't play Black Desert will have no idea what that means, but it's basically plus 18 gear. And so she's really well geared. So I kind of want to travel down there at some point and like go and view it, because it's like a new jungle area, and it looks really cool from what I've seen. They also have gargoyles, which I want to go and murder, because why not?
Oh no, Gallios, run!
Yes, they're awesome. They were already in the game, and you could already fight them, but they have stronger versions deeper down. Supposedly, that's the icon on the minimap at least. This guy is like swinging at everything. I see a weapon, I want it. But yeah, the voice acting is actually pretty good now. One of the things I like about it is the fact that they added in accents based on region. It's not 100% consistent because it's an MMO. They got to voice like 50 million characters. So sometimes you end up hearing the same voice over again in certain sections, but
I think that's okay.
You're going to expect that. You're going to see that in any game that has that many voice characters. But when it comes down to like the actual areas, everyone in Altanova is all like, has the long W's, and they're like, I'm the storage keeper. And it's like every single character in that region kind of has like that sort of accent to it. And then everyone in Heidel has a little bit of a British accent, and it's really awesome because it's subtle enough that it doesn't affect you really understanding it, but it's enough that it gives each different area like a personality. And that's the most important part about it, is the NPCs that you talk to a bunch have so much personality now, even though they still only have like 4 voice lines. So yeah, it's great. I'm loving the game. I probably don't know how long I'll be playing it again, but I have dived back deep into it. I got my trading empire built back up. I'm getting a new horse. My horse is almost leveled up enough to end up breeding him again, so she's gonna get fucked and then breed a horse, and then
Lord.
Then I'll have a new horse, and I'm hoping to get some higher tiered horses. I do all the life skilling stuff in there, so I've been fishing recently. I got professional cooking now. I'm almost an artisan at cooking, and I've been getting really into crafting. The crafting system of that game is really interesting. We were talking about Fortnite earlier that has a crafting system. The crafting system in that game is really interesting because you can replace materials with other materials in the same type and stuff. And so I've been going through building up my trade routes and like figuring out the most optimal way to get specific materials so that I can end up building the most amount that I want. And so right now I'm building fishing rods like nonstop. And so, yeah, and selling them on the marketplace. And I'm selling them
fishies for the money.
I'm actually selling the fishing rods. It's not the most efficient way to make money, but it's the way I'm doing it, and I'm having fun with it, and that's all that matters. So, yeah, I've been enjoying Black Desert. Do you think you're going to go back on Black Desert at any point?
Maybe from time to time, but I don't think I would dive back into it like I did before.
No, I would love to have it.
Only because Fortnite is taking up most of my time at the moment.
So after Fortnite dies.
The Fortnite PvE won't die. It's just the Fortnite's PvE just keeps getting better, no matter what. They keep adding new and better stuff.
Yeah, which I mean, I got boogie bombed.
Oh, the boogie bomb.
You're a person.
What?
What the heck?
What happened?
Portable fort.
What just happened? Fort.
Portable fort. I remember when they added those. Oh, by the way, the news that people talk about all the time, like all the news sites for like gaming and stuff like that, nonstop Fortnite. It's so annoying. It's like, what the frick? I blew up.
I threw a clinger on your face.
Okay. Can I blow up your materials with it? Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, like every time I go onto news sites, because I like to check up news. That's annoying. I like to check on what's going on with like the news and stuff
I wish
like that.
they continued doing their. I wish their car alarm would keep going. It only goes off for like 2 seconds and then turns off.
It would be annoying if it kept going until you blew it up.
Oh, I would love that.
But
that
it would be funny.
It'd be awesome for the Battle Royale aspect, because if you hit a car and then it just keeps going off, everyone's going to be like, yo, there's somebody over there.
But yeah, if you're wondering why we haven't talked about news much, there ain't much going on, to be honest. I mean, there's some games that got announced. The La Mulan game is coming out, and that's about it. The new Bloodstained prologue game is coming out, but that's really about it. I don't know. Do you know of any news? It's basically been news sites talking about Fortnite and Battle Royale
The only thing I could think of is the new champion for League of Legends.
Oh yeah. And also I'll mention this. APB Reloaded is actually got a new. We were talking about this before the stream. Why didn't I remember this? This is the only bit of news that I actually found semi-interesting. Is that APB Reloaded, which I played quite a long time ago, but it ended up being super pay to win. A publisher ended up getting, I think it's Gamer First or whatever, unless it switched again. Ended up screwing over the game massively. And so what they ended up doing is adding in a bunch of pay-to-win mechanics and shit like that. It actually got bought out. So they were going to close down the game. And then this other developer, which I forgot the name of right now, and I don't have an article up, so I can't check. They were like, hey, we're just going to buy it and revamp the game. So they're actually working on revamping the game, and supposedly they're going to be porting it. It's already in Unreal Engine 4 or Unreal Engine 3, and so they're going to port it to Unreal Engine 4, which isn't the most difficult thing in the world. It just takes time. And so they're actually looking to like revamp the game and change the way that it's monetized. They're going to add in extra game modes, specialized PvP modes and stuff like that. And if you've never played it, it's essentially cops and robbers MMO stuff. It was
Grand Theft Auto style.
It was Grand Theft Auto Online before GTA Online, and honestly, I feel like it's better than GTA Online. GTA Online is not particularly amazing, and a lot of people complain about hackers. APB did get hackers eventually, but it's not something that they can't fix. And so, yeah, I'm excited for that because I'd love to go back and try that game. I don't know if I will, but it's interesting to see nonetheless.
I will definitely go back and try it out when the whole remaster and whatever happens, but I will have to wait for that to actually be implemented. For I
am super cautious on like how it's going at the moment though, because we see this happen a lot with games these days, to where games end up getting bought out and they're like, we're gonna revamp it, and then it just ends up failing. So I'm not holding my hopes up too much, because we could just end up seeing it kind of like get announced and then never go anywhere. We could end up seeing, because the publisher that was running it now was like, oh god dang it, I got sniped. They were like, we're gonna go in and like revamp the game, and we're gonna put it into this new engine and stuff like that, because they were gonna port it to Unreal Engine 3.8, which they never did. So it could just be that again. And then for League of Legends always has news. The new champion's coming out soon.
New champion, Pike the. I can't remember his subtitle.
It doesn't matter.
He's a new quote-unquote dark support.
Basically, he's a support that gets kills. He's a kill lane.
Yeah. One of the cool aspects of it, though, is with his ultimate, when he does kill people, it gives it to the person who had the most recent assist on it. It just gives the kill to them, which is kind of cool.
Oh my god, I hit someone.
There's a jump pad right here if you want to try to use that to get something fancy going on.
No, I'm just dodging sniper bullets and shooting with my bolt action.
Ooh, I just got shot at.
We're actually in combat at the end of the stream. I wanted to end the podcast, but I'm like, we're actually fighting.
No.
Yes! Rockets!
Well, it's because our team is losing. Oh, nope, I'm down.
Where are you? I will save you, my brother!
I'm under the jump pad. Oh, you might want to build walls.
I was moving to behind that.
Oh, you died.
I'm dead.
Oh, I'm dead.
So out of this entire podcast, this is why I don't play Fortnite Battle Royale very often. Out of this entire podcast, we finally got to like decent combat. I was fighting earlier, but
Well, to be honest, if we did squads, it would have been way more.
yeah, if we did squads, it would have been
oriented.
better. But this was decent for like talking though. I didn't really have to focus too much. You could just chat away.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was way okay with it. But yeah, the new champion, he's a C-based champion where he like goes. He's got a support with a stealth. That's kind of crazy to me. But yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
he's from
excited to see-
Belgewater.
Yeah, maybe
He's like
he
some
is.
water demon. I haven't looked at all his lore or anything like that, so I can't really
No,
talk
I
on that.
haven't. I can't really talk about his
I
lore,
play
but
support
he-
a lot, and so I'm
it
really
might be
excited.
something it might be something he'd be interested in as well.
Yeah, because I play a lot of kill lanes. I play a lot of Sona. I love to break the meta and do things like Ezreal support and random stuff like that. And so having something that really isn't part of the meta is going to be really interesting to play. Even if it doesn't end up being good, I think he's going to probably come out and be like super powerful. But, you never know. It'll be interesting to see though.
In a sense, I kind of hope he's a jungler.
You hope everyone's a jungler because you play jungle.
My main role in League of Legends is the jungler. I can't play any other role, not because I suck at it. I just find it boring most of the time, and I do stupid shit at that point.
You do suck at it though.
Power cut off again, and my computer is overheating, so I'm down for.
You should.
Well, we're at the end of the
Get that
podcast
fixed.
anyways. We're just talking about League of Legends' new champ that's coming out.
All right.
Besides that, any other games you guys can think about that coming out and you're looking forward to?
Nah, I mean, I can
can't
check the
really
news
do
real
it.
quick.
I can't think of any other video games in the near future that I'm looking forward to.
I can't really think of anything other. Oh, Rage 2 got announced, if you care.
Oh,
That just
okay.
happened today. Platinum's coming out with a new game. Valve has a new bounty up for if you're a hacker or programmer and you're looking to find bugs within the Steam API. They're looking for people.
oh, that's kind of cool. I love when they
Nice.
do
They're,
that. That I feel like that.
They're
prevents
always
actual
doing it.
hackers.
They're always doing it, but they opened a new bounty, and so everyone's reporting on it because literally there's no news going on. There's
We
like
lost.
nothing.
How unfortunate.
So yeah, that's how it's going. But I've been enjoying Black Desert for a long time, and so that's really been what I'm doing. Other stuff though, like just closing comments, I guess. We'll end this podcast here. We're at 2 hours, so we may as well.
2
Other stuff that
hours?
I've been doing.
Damn.
I've been working on my game project, and so I'm probably going to end up going back and doing a bit of that, and I'll have stuff going on about that later on. But do you guys have anything that you want to display on the public? Let people know where to find you and stuff if they want to follow.
Well, they should just follow my Twitch and pay attention to that.
Yeah,
'Cause I'll
Twitch.tv.
I'll always be streaming that Fortnite. Occasionally, I'll play some League. I had to stop playing League for a while because
You
there's a
get
lot
toxic
more.
as hell in that game.
I get too toxic in that game, and it's only because there's just people without brains decide to play that game.
Yeah, Evan the Tank on Twitch, so twitch.tv/Evan the Tank, as you see it on your screen, I believe.
Yes,
It does have two ends.
It's exactly how it is.
Yeah, so you can end up finding him. Spark, do you have any media that you plug?
Nope.
Pluggy Media.
Okay, well, he's over on the Broken Chatbox Discord, so you can end up joining up on there as well. And you can obviously check out me, links on the screen, of course, but you can end up checking me out on the YouTubes at Michael P. Stanich, or follow me here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Spirit Shard. And if you want to follow my gaming project stuff, I'm tweeting about it every once in a while. And you can join our gaming Discord called the Broken Chatbox, which is where this whole thing comes from. It's literally branded after the podcast, which is back. So make sure to get some feedback on this, and I guess we're just gonna end it here. I'm terrible at ending these things as always, so I don't know
yes,
what's.
you are. So let's just dance for the outro. Let's go. Dance,
How do I?
dance, dance.
Email.
Just click. There you go. Dance for the outro. Just dance. That's all we got to do. Yeah, get funky.
Okay, bye.